Alrighty. Well. Get back up here. Oh, maybe it does matter. Whoopsie. Yeah, there we go. See? More teeth. Is it just teeth? Like I said, I always get lost in this part because it's such a maze. But yeah, that's it. Actually, I thought there was another bottle over here, but obviously I must be mistaken. Because I'm not seeing one. So we're about to go into a little mini game. We also have to sort of hop, skip, and jump across the ice flows that'll sink underneath us if we stay on them too long. But it's very pretty. I know you're not imagining that, yeah. Sharks want to welcome us. Sort of like that.
You better come aboard, Alice. We're doomed, of course.
What? There's no hope then?
Oh, there's an infinite amount of hope, but none for us. Now get up here. Confounded beasts. They want my ship.
I think you're more to their taste.
Never. We're almost relatives.
You're related to Sue, Admiral.
I've an idea. We'll leave this mayhem and go to Carpenter's show. It's better than a gaff. Carpenter promises what we don't take seriously can't harm us.
Best dive now, Admiral, or the sharks will have us for lunch.
And if you can't tell, those sharks are actually made out of wood. You know, the remains of ships that have sunk. I don't know, some people don't like these mini games that they put in, or some of the mini games. I think actually the variety of mini games they put in, as well as the pacing of them, is pretty amazing and works really well. So you get to fire a cannon and depth charges, basically, and try not to be hit. Basically, it's not really a problem, or it should not be anyway. Because you get 10 lives and it's really not that bad. You can see the sharks are actually made out of wood, which is kind of an interesting touch. One thing I wish is that they could have done more with this as far as having the score mean something. Because in actual fact, the way that they did it, the score doesn't really mean anything. Aside from maybe bragging rights. Yeah, look at the score I got. Big deal. You know, it doesn't have any practical value in the game itself, in other words. Of course, part of the problem too, frankly, is that you're trying to deal with this stuff while the screen is shaking all over the place, which is no piece of cake. I like the way he just rolls right through the mine there. That's very helpful too. Well, that just wasn't fair. I can tell you right now that that actually wasn't me. That was the screen freezing. There's an achievement to get, or a trophy, depending on which system you're on the consoles, but of course, we don't have that here. And by the way, the crabs with the cannon, yeah, you can figure you're probably not seeing the last of them. You'd be right. Oh well, alright, fine. Be that way. But they get us at last. How unfortunate. Mock Turtle doesn't pilot the ship any too well. So I feel gypped. I actually lost a life.
Ow! My body aches all over. We submerged too quickly.
My ship's a wreck, and I am too.
Admirals go down with their ships. In any case, I never knew you for a sailor. If memory serves, you were station master of the Looking Glass line.
Sacked from the railroad without the option. Redundant, the nitwit said. Never a holiday. Loyal as a bulldog. Going in a different direction, my Aunt Fanny, if I had one. Going off the rails more like. Bloody disaster. Now I'm shipless. The old railroad's dead, and this new thing's a monstrosity. It never runs on time. Engineers asleep at the switch. What I don't know about it can't hurt me. Say no more. Nod's as good as a wink. Change the subject. We avoid speaking about the thing whose name should not be spoken.
Hearing something useful about this new train would make for a change.
You don't respect the suffering of others. Go ask your questions and smart remarks to Caterpillar.
I'm sorry, Admiral, really. Please, tell me what you know about the train.
I'll just say we've escaped a contaminating corruption. Count yourself lucky to be down here.
But I don't want to escape. I want to stop it. I must stop it to save myself. And Wonderland too.
Nonsense. Speak more nonsense. Diversions rule the day. The show must go on and so on. Speaking of shows...
We weren't.
Yeah, well, never mind. Here's a ticket for the show Carpenter's mounting. Use it.
And yes, this is Alice's siren dress, which is probably one of her prettiest dresses in the game. And yes, it does kind of happen to be one of the ones that reveals a little bit more of her skin because she doesn't have any boots or shoes on. But, you know, still not much. But yeah, it is just really pretty. Very fitting for underwater, too.
Scoundrel was fitted with grotesque headgear. If I have ever owned an accessory that unseemly, I'd burn it, destroy all evidence of it, and deny its existence. I value my reputation.
Of course, you also may be aware that it used to be the norm for men to wear headgear, wigs, usually powdered wigs. You could do a little research on that if you like. You know, it's kind of interesting. If you do like a history of fashion for both men and women, it really goes to show you how kind of silly claims that, oh, you should look like this or you should look like that go, because it really doesn't have anything to do with who or what you are, what your capabilities are. We place way too much importance on it. So, around we go this way. And now we get to, instead of using air vents, we use water streams down here, of course, to jump and hover. That's where we're going, eventually. Getting there is a little bit more difficult, but... You don't want to touch the red jellyfish, by the way. Although I saw some people say that they managed to actually land directly in the center, and it was okay, it didn't kill them. which is interesting because that's not really the intent. I don't think, anyway. Oh, look. It's a ice snart. Underwater at that. Okay. Oh. He kind of bounced, didn't he? Nice way to hide the keyholes in the underwater realm. Oh, and yeah, by the way, going back to the points about Shackleton and the Antarctic and how dangerous it is, and you know how easy it is for the ice to move in and crush ships and all that. I actually just watched Smithsonian Channel special online like a week ago, and there was a new I think they said $6 million research trip outfitted by a bunch of marine biologists. They got the grant and planned for it, for like 2 years.